Hey YouTube, Rico Knows here. This is my second time making this video. I just had to make a second cut, and I never do two takes, but I want to get it right. So Rashad Amos, however you want to say his name, check this out. Apparently, he's going on a visit to Colorado. So I start getting all the DMs. Rico, talk to us. Who is he? He's amazing. Look at this. Everybody saw his highlight tape. They write, whoa, shout out to Dalvin Truth, right? These guys don't like me, these Colorado fans. They said, Mississippi State transfer commit Rashad Amos is visiting Colorado this weekend. Whoa. Everybody's looking at his tape. They're sneezing. Sheesh, right? All this shit. Look at his highlight tape. It's amazing. This man is running over people. He's 6'2", 234, blah, 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 blah. Man, I've been talking about Rashad Amos for over a year now. I've already told you guys this was the starting running back at Miami of Ohio last year. A very dominant team, one of the best teams in the MAC, if not the best team. Shout out to Toledo. But you're looking at a young man who, let's just hit reset here. Played high school ball in Georgia. I pull for all the Georgia kids. I live in Georgia. I watch a lot of Georgia high school football. And I'm telling you, I'm up on everybody, okay? So this young man was dominating at Sandy Creek, running over everybody. Got it. Looked a little slow, but huge, right? Big back, powerful, running, runs behind his pads well, does all this shit, blah, blah, blah. Gets to South Carolina, and he fumbles away his chance. He was there for 3 years, and he has fumble issues. And sometimes they rear their ugly head at practice. Sometimes they rear their ugly head in a game, but he doesn't hold the ball right. Period. And you can try to fix it. You can try to do what you want, but it's just the innate way he does things. He just doesn't look natural. So he couldn't make it in South Carolina, falls out of favor with Beamer and the boys, transfers to Miami of Ohio into the MAC, and dominates. Dominates. Go look at the seasonal stats. They pull him up all the time. Hey, Rico, you got to see his stats, man. This guy rushed for 1,000 yards, 13 touchdowns, 5 yards a carry. I'm like, guys, awesome stuff. You must be box score scouts. Like you've never turned on his tape. Oh, I turned on his tape. I saw his highlight tape. It's all over Twitter. He's coming to Colorado. We're winning 10 games. Bro, slow the fuck down. Watch this man's tape. Go watch it slowly. His best game's App. His best game is App State. 33 carries, 180 yards. It was to end the season. Best game of his life. Seriously, his whole college career. Best game. 3 fumbles. 3 fumbles in that game. Go watch that game. 3 fumbles. Tell me how the most dominant offensive line, the most dominant team in the MAC was Miami of Ohio last year. And this man, this 1,000-yard rusher, only had 4 100-yard games. 4. 4, bro. Akron, one of the worst teams in America. And they barely won, okay? Akron, one of the worst teams in America, they win 19-0. His other 100-yard game, Ohio, quality win, quality good, quality game, quality everything. Impressed. Probably the best game of his life without the fumbles, right? The other 100-yard game, UMass. That's it. UMass and Akron. You can't get worse than that in the FBS. You're already playing the MAC, which is favorable matchups every single week. Did we not learn from Penny Boone? Did we not learn from Penny Boone getting to Louisville and realizing he's third string? I told you, Penny Boone is not him because he couldn't make it at Maryland. Yes, showed up, went to Toledo, dominated, but you dominated the MAC. That doesn't mean you can go back to the Power 5. So when Amos, and I don't want you guys to think I'm hating on a kid who's thinking about going to Colorado. oh no. My assessments are genuine. I did a video on this young man back in April 14th, last week, when he committed to Mississippi State. I did a video. Let's see what I had to say about him back then.
Transfer portal update. This is running back Rashad Amos, and he just rushed for over 1,000 yards while at Miami of Ohio this year in the MAC. So he's a huge back. He's 6'2", 234, rushes for over 1,000 yards. He goes and hits the portal because he wants to cash in on this 1,000-yard season. And he's been in the portal since December. So he doesn't sign with any team for spring football. He's waiting his turn. That was telling me one of two things. He either needs to finish up some classes, right, to stay eligible, or the team he wants to go to doesn't have any scholarship spots open. So you have to wait for the spring transfer portal cycle to open up, and then they'll have a spot for you. So he sits out all of spring football, and he's going to Mississippi State. Shout out to Rashad Amos and shout out to Mississippi State. You got one of the better running backs left in the transfer portal. And if you read interviews about Rashad Amos and this move, he's like, yeah, I'm happy to be in the SEC, a starting running back in the SEC. I feel really good to be back in the SEC. You guys, this is a guy who was a running back at South Carolina for 3 years. Never had over 100 yards rushing in any of those seasons. He was literally 5th or 6th string at South Carolina. And in his freshman season, yeah, he was the 3rd string running back. But once Shane Beamer got there, he fell out of favor with the coaching staff. So you're not playing in the SEC. You're not starting caliber. You transfer to the MAC. You run all over the MAC. And then you think you're going to transfer back to the SEC. Congratulations, Rashad Amos. You will be the starting running back for Mississippi State. I don't think it's a good move. I watch a lot of MAC football. I don't think you're SEC caliber. And I'm always pulling for Georgia kids. Shout out to Sandy Creek. But that running back room needs help. And you help them. I'm excited for your 500 yards.
Just a week ago, I was critical of this young man transferring back to the SEC. Do I think he should transfer to the Big 12? No. I don't think he's that caliber, man. I think he's group of 5. I think he dominates in the MAC, whatever. But he's not built like that. And anybody else saying, well, no, they got a plan. You know, you don't know what you're talking about. You don't know that. Dude, I'm right about my evaluation of players. This is what I do. I get it right. I was right when I said he wasn't SEC caliber. I'm right when I'm saying right now. It doesn't change just because he's going to your favorite team. Okay? I just know, like, I watch the tape and go, oh, no, that guy can't start here. That guy's not good enough. I've seen enough to know. I promise you. Seen enough to know. I don't miss on this type of shit. I just don't. Check the track record. Every guy I said wasn't a good transfer, picking a different school. This is no different. I just don't think he's the caliber of Power 4. And I said that before I saw his highlight tape. I said that before the Colorado fans spam my inbox. I say that every single time. All my assessments were made months in advance, weeks in advance. It's not a game here. I'm not saying I don't like him because he's going to Colorado. I'm not saying I don't like him because he's going to the SEC. No, I've never been really impressed with anything he's done. Your friends don't know, but Rico knows. Oh, and shout out to me, man. I'm wearing the same shirt in that video. I planned it like that.